G'day everybody, it's Kim here from Kim's Homestead. How are we all today? All well, I hope. Well, it's week 8 of What's to Eat. I can't believe it's come around so quickly. The pantry I still haven't really touched, but I am taking a fair bit out of the freezers, which has been my main goal this time around, because I wanted to go through it before freezer burn sets in. I wanted to make sure that the stock was rotating through really well. And I need to reduce the amount of freezers that I've got because I'm just not going through it that well. So that's the main goal for this pantry challenge this year. Very simple meals this week, mainly just sandwiches, egg on toast, salads, especially with this hot weather. We're still getting temperatures in probably up to the mid-40s, so still pretty hot, although it won't be long and it will be cooling off, which is great. I think tomorrow's supposed to be about 39, but I wouldn't be surprised if it got up to about 41. Anyway, so lots of salads, lots of sandwiches. I do have a couple of recipes in this one, so you'll just have to wait and see. Alright, I'll catch you again at the end of this video. Bye for now. Well, once again we're starting off with Wednesday, and on this day for lunch I just had some fried chicken. And tea was Tuesday night's leftovers on toast. Thursday was just egg on toast for breakfast, and once again some fried chicken for tea, but I forgot to film it. Friday. Well, Friday I made a lovely salad. I made some chicken tenders to go with that salad. I think I had just been shopping and picked up some nice fresh veggies, and I'm just getting rid of some of the old veggies as well. I had this beautiful big capsicum in the fridge that needed something done with it before it went bad, so some of it went into the salad and the rest I just chopped up into strips, and they will go in the freezer to join the other capsicums that are in there. No doubt they'll get used up throughout this next upcoming year. So I just slice it all up and then it's ready to go in the freezer in nice little baggies. Doesn't take long. And I pulled out a whole heap of capsicums out of the garden as well, so they will end up in the freezer as well, no doubt. Then I had some beautiful little cherry tomatoes, all different colours they were, and they were quite delicious actually. And of course you can't have salad without a little bit of sliced carrot in there. Of course all the chooks love all these fresh veggie bits that they're getting at the moment. They're getting quite fat, but that's alright. I'm getting I'm getting at least 2 eggs a day at the moment, which is wonderful. Lovely fresh eggs, there's nothing like it. And celery, of course. Celery's beautiful in a salad. It gives it that little bit of crunch, which is always nice. I peel mine and then I feel up the centre to make sure it's got no gritty bits. So I peel it because I don't like all the strings getting into my teeth. And you spend it forever and a day and 3 or 4 days trying to, still dragging it out of your teeth. So I just find a quick peel and it's done. Now it's time for some onion. I had a half onion in the fridge that needed to be used up, so I just get all the old bits off it, and it's time to slice her up and put it in the salad. I don't use all of it, of course, only a little bit, because it's only going to be a small salad just for 1 or 2 days. And here's probably one of the last of the apple cucumbers. It's been a hell of a good producer this year. I eventually just pulled out the plants because I was sick to death of cucumbers. And there goes the chicken tenders ready for the oven. Into the salad it goes. Sorry, it's quite late at night and I'm still editing. Next is a nice bit of lettuce. I like to unwrap mine and then roll her up and slice it. I always save the first set of leaves and they actually go over the top of the lettuce when I'm finished, and it helps to keep all the lettuce underneath nice and crisp. There we go, up over the top. Now, I had a packet of coleslaw, so I don't like the great big pieces, so I just give it a quick chop. Make it a bit smaller. And this lasted me about 3 days. Then I had some coleslaw dressing, and of course it ran out, as they do. So I decided just to add a little bit of milk to the bottle, give it a good shake up, and in it went. Nope, can't squeeze any more out of that bottle. So in goes the mayo. Give it another quick stir and all ready. Of course you got to do a taste test to make sure that it's good. Yep. Time for a bit of a clean up. Get rid of all the scraps and the bits of plastic and whatever else was on the bench. Now to give my salad a bit of a rattle and stir. Make sure it's well mixed. Of course I can never get these rotten lids on. And there's tea. Saturday. Saturday was just a tomato and onion sandwich for lunch and another chicken and salad sandwich for tea. Sunday was egg and lettuce sandwich for lunch and just a salad for tea with those lovely fresh eggs. Monday was another ham and lettuce sandwich for lunch, and there's that huge big basket of vegetables I picked. Now, today I am making pig's trotters, sort of a Asian style recipe. Of course, I thoroughly inspect the pig's trotters to get off any hair or anything that was on them. This one had a few grots in between the toes. I decided actually that they were a bit too grubby, so I took them over to the sink and gave them a really good wash. Then they went in the crock pot. Now it's time to throw in some green onion tops, or green onions. So I'm just using the tops of these salad onions. So they'll be the green onion part of this recipe. And the bottom bits I'll save for another salad later on in the week. Now it's a few hours and the pig's trotters have softened and broken up. So now it's time to break it up a bit further, pull out some of those great big bones, and that way they can be thrown into the pan when I cook up the rest of it. I decided to not to put them straight into the pan, and to soften the onion and celery and whatnot first before I put them in the pan to be browned up. Of course, they all break apart very easily at this point. So all the extra bones and that I just put on a little plate so they can be thrown away. And I throw them underneath a tea towel so no flies or anything can get to them. This lot of celery needed washing, so I washed it. I chopped it nice and thin because I didn't want great big chunks of celery in there at all. And some onion and garlic. Get rid of the old bit of skin and chop up the onion. I dice the onion so it's nice and small, because basically the highlight of this dish is the pig's trotters and the gravy mix that come from it. So the vegetables are just basically for flavour. And now for the garlic. Now this garlic is out of my own garden. So it's one of the elephant garlics that grew into a humongous big, just one single bulb. But it did the trick. and time to put it on the stove. But first of all, you need a tablespoon of oil. Now if you're looking for the recipe directions, I'll have everything that you need in the description box. So of course it goes onto the stove. I waited to put the meat in until the onions were translucent. Right, now it's time to add some Chinese cooking wine, and I use about 1/4 cup. No, I beg your pardon, 1/3 cup. And 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. I used 2 of the dark soy and 1 of the salt reduced. I would actually use just 3 of the salt reduced. It was a little salty, and I would leave out the salt that I actually put in there later on. If you like a lot of salt, go ahead, but it was a little salty for me. 2 tablespoons of sugar. I just used regular old sugar. And star anise, 4 star anise. Don't forget to take them out when you dish them up. And there's the teaspoon of salt. I would leave that out. Wait until it's cooked and then salt to taste. Now the stock that came out of the crock pot, I just took a cup of it out and put it in the pan, and then I had 1 cup of water also went in the pan. And that's going to cook for a while, and it will thicken up and turn into a beautiful gravy. So all you need to do is just keep cooking on very, very, very low until it's thickened up and turned into a nice sauce. Once it has, I'm just dishing mine up with a little bit of jasmine rice. And there we go. Now there's a lot of bones in it, so you may think it's an awful lot, but it's not. And there we go. Pig's trotters on a bed of rice. Tuesday. My sister went and called me this morning and said her son had been away on the weekend and caught some crabs. Did I want them? I said, "Oh, yes, please. I sure do." So I trundled around there on Goober, and guess what? I got a whole box of them. So, looks like there might be a few more recipes coming up. Well, wasn't that a lovely surprise? Thank you to my sister and my nephew, especially my nephew who caught them. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And that huge big bucket of tomatoes and capsicums and cucumbers and capsicums. I don't know what to do with them. So, aside giving them away, I think I'm just going to put them all in the crock pot and turn them into green tomato, more or less passata. And I'll look into maybe making some salsa verde, or my sister did mention another recipe that I can't quite remember at the moment. So if I do that one, I'll bring you along for it as well. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, if you did, please give me a great big crabby thumbs up. And if you like these videos, think about subscribing. That would be wonderful. Alright, and I will catch you again in another week with What's to Eat with week 9. Bye friends.